welcome to my channel, and today I thought we would make an easy realistic landscape using watercolor pencils. To do so, I begin by taping down my paper with some generic masking tape I got from the supermarket. Absolutely nothing special. You can also use painter's tape or washi tape. Also Scotch works very nice. Just make sure you tape it to your hand or your t-shirt first so it does not rip the paper afterwards, since it's stronger than masking tape. And I start with coloring at about the top 1/3 section using yellow, and then I go with a darker yellow or a light orange color over it, since we're going to be making this sunset kind of landscape. And I cover the top angles using just a normal orange. I believe this is cat orange actually. I proceed to blend them all together from the yellow towards the orange, aka from light to dark, using horizontal motions. I go over it a second time just to make sure everything is dissolved and blended. Then I proceed to take my light blue, which is actually a phthalo blue, and I cover from that horizon line downwards using it. I'm making a uniform wash, if that makes any sense. Basically just one block of color, one block of solid color. And then I clean my brush from the orange and I blend the blue. It doesn't matter whether you go from top to bottom or reverse, since it's all just going to be the same tone. Using my napkin, I fold the edge and I use the side edge to make these little highlights to give the idea of maybe waves or just, I don't know, some sparkles on the water. Then I quickly dry that using my hair dryer on low heat because it was almost evening and I didn't have much time left to do this. Once dry, using a darker shade of blue, I go over the remaining areas where it's not as light to make almost like a shadow towards those sparkles I added with the crumbled tissue, with the crumbled napkin. And all of the materials used, you can find a full and complete list in each video's description box if you're just curious to know on the exact materials and the exact colors used. And I blend on this with my watercolor brush from the palm towards the upper side. I absolutely don't try to make this perfect. It does not have to be perfectly smooth, since some texture I find is very helpful and interesting with if you're going for a more realistic type of painting. And I quickly blow dry it with my hair dryer, again on low heat because we don't want any random accidents happening. Once dry, I use my black pencil and I sketch the land with it. Then I just color in these almost like mountain shapes using the black. I decide to add a bit of land towards the bottom as well at our viewpoint. And I make this almost angular piece of shore, and I add these grass blades going from right to left and from left to right in completely random motions. I make some of them taller, some of them shorter. I just try to give this very random pattern to them. And then I add some of these dot kind of shapes on top to maybe give the idea of flowers or grass or whatever you want this to be. I blend from the shoreline, from where the land starts, and then I go towards the top and give a bit more definition to the land itself, to the rockiness or whatever it is. It ended up being slightly lighter than what I wanted, but I'm just gonna go with another layer later on. I try to blend towards the downside. This way it casts very slight reflections on top of the water, and I repeat the same exact process for the bottom part of the land. And using my brush, I repeat another layer of these grass blades, of these flowers. I'm not following the initial pencil markings. This way I think I get a much more unified look. It looks more blended, especially at the roots. It looks like it's coming straight out of the land rather than just another layer on top of it. And again, I'm going completely random from left to right, from right to left, and I add these little dots on top of some of the leaf blades. If something looks harsh, I just go in with a scribble motion and blend that out towards the upper side and make some of these flick motions on top to just blend it out with the flowers. I want this to look quite unified. Then using again my black pencil, I add a couple of seagulls in the sky. I repeat the bottom V shape to make it a bit thicker, to make them look slightly more realistic than just a random V in the sky. And again, I add a bit more black towards the grassy area and also towards the land on the horizon. Just a bit to the side since I did not like how it was looking initially. I also tried to add a bit more black on where it meets with the lake. That way it also gives a better idea of the reflection it's casting, since we have the sun on the back side of this mountain. Then just some finishing touches, a bit more grass blades, a bit more flowers. And lastly, I just tape off the painting in the opposite direction to avoid the paper from tearing, from ripping apart. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you like this new format, and we'll see each other in the next video.